Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be doing a small lecture on firearm injuries. Hope you guys can hear me well. First I'm gonna start off with these other topics. The types of firearms. The types of firearms, basically there are two main types are smoothbore and rifled firearms. Okay, so smoothbore firearms are examples of basically shotguns, and basically what happens is their barrels are very smooth, they don't have any indentations, while rifles on the other hand they usually have these things called lands and grooves, which basically cause the bullet to come in a spiral shape. Okay, so in a shotgun there are single barrel shotguns or double barrel shotguns, and basically the barrel is very smooth, that's why they're called smoothbore. And then while in rifles they have these things called lands and grooves. So basically this is how the inside of a rifle looks like, and there's this thing called lands and grooves that go inside the rifle. So these parts are called the lands, and these parts are called the grooves. So when a bullet comes through this part, it goes in a spiral motion. Okay, so that is briefly what is the difference between firearms, as well I mean smoothbore weapons and rifles. Okay, so another important thing to know is the parts of the gun. Okay, so usually both smoothbore and rifle weapons have these three parts, which is the muzzle. Muzzle is like the ending of the weapon, and then they have the chamber as well as the barrel, and then a small chamber, and then a breech. Okay, so ignore my drawing, it's pretty bad. So the muzzle is at the end of the weapon, this is where the bullet comes out of, and then the barrel is where the bullet passes through, and the chamber is what holds the bullet basically, or the cartridge. Okay, that's the chamber, and then the last end of the gun is known as the breech. The breech is usually what contains the firing pin, which hits the bullet that's in the chamber over here, which causes a reaction in the gunpowder which is in the cartridge of the bullet, causing it to go forward. Okay, so that is basically the parts of the gun. So there is the muzzle, and then there is the barrel, and then there is the chamber here, and then there is the breech. Okay, so this is how basically everything is. Okay, so how the bullets are loaded in a smooth bore, the bullets are usually loaded from the breech end. Okay, so a shotgun would look something like this. Okay, and then it has a part to be bent like this, and the bullets go here. Okay, so this is the shotgun, so the bullets go into the breech and it is fired. While when it comes to a rifle, okay, so I'll just draw a small pistol here. Okay, okay, so this is basically something like a MSMC or SMG, whatever. This is basically a rifle. Okay, so here this middle part is the chamber, so these bullets come from the magazine. So magazine contains different types of bullets. Okay, so bullets come from the magazine, they go to the chamber, and then they are fired. So on smooth bore, the bullets are loaded from the back usually, while in a rifle the bullets are coming from a magazine. Okay, so also important thing to note, in a rifle there is, you can fire it automatically, or there are instances where you have to, press the firing pin to load the bullet into the, example, in a revolver. So revolver, it has like a cartridge which contains of like 6 bullets. So in these instances it does not fire automatically, so this time we have to, press the firing pin manually, where click it backwards, and then only the gun fires, while there are automatic machine guns which continuously fire rounds. Okay, so the next important thing is the bullets in shotguns as well as rifles. Okay, so in shotgun, so important, so I'll talk about the common things in both rifle as well as shotgun bullets. Okay, so what happens in both bullets is there is a chemical reaction when the firing pin hits this area called a primer, which causes the bullet to be expelled out. So basically this is how a bullet looks like. Okay, and then there is the there is basically the cartridge, and what's inside the cartridge is the bullet, and behind the bullet is there is gunpowder, and behind the gunpowder there is an area called a primer, can be a X or anything. The primer is where the firing pin strikes when you press the trigger. So say this is the firing pin. Okay, so when the firing pin strikes this bullet, it causes a reaction, then it generates heat, and this heat causes the bullet to be propelled forwards. Okay, so that is the common thing about both types of bullets in shotguns as well as firearms. But then there are differences as well, basically that in a shotgun it fires small pellets, while rifles fire one bullet at a time. Okay, so in a shotgun, so I'll draw a shotgun bullet. So in a shotgun bullet, this is how it looks like. So it's usually a very rectangular bullet. Okay, and then there is like a container. Inside this container there are pellets. Okay, and like always that I said, there is a gunpowder behind the pellets, and behind that there is a primer where the firing pin strikes, causes a reaction to be pushed forward. However, in a shotgun there are small propellers in this small casing, and behind is a thing called a wad mark, which holds everything in place. Okay, which is basically like a chamber which goes from the primer into the collection of the pellets. Okay, and then some shotguns have a surrounding on top, and this is known as a slug. Okay, so when a shotgun fires, these pellets are what come out, and sometimes the slug can come out as well. The slug also comes out, and the wad can also come out when a shotgun is being fired. And once it's fired, these pellets, they disperse, okay, after a certain distance. So some shotguns have this feature where it's choked at the end. So this is a normal shotgun. Okay, while if it's a choke shotgun, it's made more narrow here towards the muzzle, so that bullets are more focused and they spread much more later. So that's basically about a shotgun bullet. Now let's talk about a rifle bullet. Okay, so in a rifle, basically there's a bullet, it's much more simple, the design, and which is enclosed by a cartridge. Okay, and underneath the bullet is the gunpowder right here, and behind that is the primer where the firing pin strikes. Okay, so the bow of a shotgun is the maximum diameter in inches up to 1 inch in diameter. So over 1 inch, the bow is calculated by the number of equal pure lead balls weighing 1 pound that can be placed in the barrel. So thus in a 16 bore shotgun there are like 16 equal balls which will all fit in the barrel, while in a 12 bore there will be 12 balls. So shotguns are measured in usually bores. So there's let's say 16 bore, 20 bore shotguns. Those are that's basically the diameter of the barrel. While in a rifle, the bullet cartridges, there is two measurements. There is the standard measurement and the metric measurement. So the standard measurement of bullets is basically how much of an inch does the bullet's diameter occupy from an inch. So the examples are 0.22 of an inch, 0.45. So these are the standard measurements. Is basically measured out of an inch the maximum diameter of the maximum diameter. The both barrel is a minimum diameter, my bad, is the minimum diameter of the weapon, while which is measured using the standard system or the metric system. So the standard system is out of an inch, so this 0.22 minimum diameter out of an inch, while then there is also the metric system which is measured in just millimeters. Okay, so example 9 millimeter, 7.62 millimeter. Okay, so I hope you understand that it's not that important. So I'll now show you some pictures so you get a better idea of what I'm trying to say. So this is an image of example rifles. Okay, so this is the magazine, muzzle, chamber, and the barrel and the breech. Okay, and then this is an example of a shotgun. Okay, so here is the breech, this is the barrel, and this is where you load the bullets from. And another picture of a handgun, again muzzle, barrel, chamber where the bullet goes into. And see, remember, look at the firing pin, it's this area called the primer. Okay, and this is the magazine where the bullets are stored. So this is example of rifle bullets. So you can see that the bullet is enclosed in a cartridge. And then this example of a shotgun bullet. Okay, so like I said, there is gunpowder which is common to both shotgun bullets as well as rifle bullets, and a wad which is like which holds the pellets in place, and then sometimes there can also be a slug which is like another outer covering from the top in a shotgun. Okay, and so this is the inside of a shotgun and a rifle. So rifle, like I said, these are the lands and the grooves. So this inner part is known as the land, outer part is known as the groove, as you can see. And then there is the shotgun, which is very smooth. So far what we have talked about is types of firearms, smooth bow and rifles, and parts of a firearm, gun, cartridge, bullets, caliber means the size of the bullet, basically, or the caliber of barrel's minimum diameter. So I'll touch on caliber again.